Hey Lacrosse fans, my name is Olivia Becker. I'm joined with Patrick Strawn, and today we are going to look back on the men's lacrosse game against Connecticut and then look forward a little bit some to their games coming up on the road. But first, their game against UConn.
Oh yeah.
They won, and they've actually lost the last 2 years. So just talk a little bit about how that game was for them.
Well, I think it was just huge for the Flames because finally got that monkey off of their back, so to speak, because of how, I don't know how, the Huskies have been able to have their number over the last couple of years, especially each matchup. The Flames have gone up by multiple goals, and then the Huskies somehow, they're just hanging around and then claw their way to a victory. And this year, it almost looked like they were going to do it again. They got up big on the Flames early, and the Flames this time had to claw their way back into the contest. And obviously, it showed how not only the depth in scoring that they have, but also that senior leadership and also the experience that this club has had, obviously bringing in guys and retaining guys over the last couple of years. Now it's really starting to mature and not only experienced lacrosse players, but even more so, like not panicking in those moments when they're getting down, especially against a good quality opponent, but just sticking to doing the little things that they've been doing, executing perfectly, and then finding a way to grind out the victory. And obviously that's what we were able to see. So it's good to see the Flames finally be able to defeat UConn, and then obviously now move to 4-0 on the season.
Yeah, and 4-0 in the season, they're obviously doing something right.
Oh, yeah.
So what do they need to continue to do going into the rest of the season?
I think the thing that they need to continue to do is obviously it's got to be the depth of scoring. I mean, when you're able to start getting a lot of guys contributing on the offensive end, it's really going to be something magical, and it's already shown that it is. I mean, you've gotten so many guys and so many playmakers. There's obviously returning for this team, but it's about the new guys. We touched on it last time we were talking, how the new players just really seem to add another level of offense and playmaking for this team, and that's what they needed. But even also, let's not forget about the hammers on the defense, the long poles, and also those defensive minis. They're doing their job too, really being an excellent compliment to the man in net, Brendan Harriman, who's really stepped up his game, obviously playing his best lacrosse that he's played in his career, and it's shown why the Flames not only currently in the top 10 of the nation, but obviously look like right now they have potential to not only win the SCLC, but even more so be a top 5 team in the country. And right now they're just playing such great balance lacrosse, not only from the defensive side, but also being balanced offensively.
Well, the Flames are going to need to carry the balance and momentum coming up. They have 5 games on the road and some pretty big ones for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first they're going to go to Morgantown and take on West Virginia, which obviously could be a game that a lot of people are like, oh, the Flames have rolled on West Virginia over the last couple of years, so they should take it. Not so much the case in this coming matchup. I mean, I think that's going to be huge for them. West Virginia played some tight ball, and obviously they're currently getting votes, and then obviously you then head up to Michigan. 2 great matches coming away for them, but even biggest part, after West Virginia, I talked about them almost being ranked, 4 ranked teams on the docket for the Flames coming up and on the road, and then they're going to come back home playing some ranked competition too. So obviously this is where the Flames' meat of the schedule is really going to start picking it up, and this is where we're going to start seeing how good the Flames are. Like, are they a team that will be able to continue that balanced offense and even battle through some adversity, because we said they're going to play some very tough opponents coming in soon, but also even more so, like how experienced will it be and kind of lead them to be able to get to the national championships, because that's what it's about. It's about getting back to the national tournament and hopefully being able to win a national championship. And I think that's what the Flames are hoping to be able to do. They want to be able to get there on an at-large bid if they're not able to win their conference. And these next couple of weeks, especially on the road, is really going to make a break for them.
Right, and after West Virginia, they're going to play Davenport, and then defending national champions, Michigan State. So those are 2 really big games for them that could potentially help them get that bid for nationals. So what are they going to have to do in those games?
Well, I think it's going to be a little tough, obviously. I think, as you said, they got to kind of carry that momentum and stay balanced. I mean, I think for the Flames, they want to continue to play sound defensively. Obviously, you got to ride Harriman in net. I mean, he's been doing great things for you and kind of playing that level of lacrosse that you really need him to be able to play and make some really key saves. Your hammers are doing their job, led by White, McKeever, and Keene. They're all doing excellent work on the back end for you. A good compliment defensively. And then I don't know how many times we got to say it. So many guys, so many midfielders and attackers that are really carrying this offense alive. I mean, they're just names galore. And I think that's something that I think the coaching staff got to be excited about, and knowing that, hey, we have so many guys, it doesn't matter who we plug in on this offensive unit. there's a good chance we can not only cycle the ball around, but then also find a way to get into the back of the net. And I think that's what they've got to be able to do. They've got to be able to continue to maximize their effort and also maximize their game breakers, which they've been able to do. And if they're able to do that, you're going to have a tough matchup in Davenport, but you could potentially come off a win if you play balanced the way you have. And then you're trying to be able to make it 2 years in a row, defeating Michigan State, like in both. This is the second time you're going to play them on the road, so you'll see if the Flames are able to continue that momentum, and even more so, see if they're able to take it to the defending champs. Because if they're able to do that, it's going to pay dividends for them down the road.
Well, Pat, thanks again for your insight. Hopefully we can see some pretty big wins for the Flames on the road.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys tune in to social media and the website to follow along with the Flames and see how they're doing, and tune back in a couple weeks for another home game. For Patrick Strawn, I'm Olivia Becker.